Well, Hong Kong Attitude, you know, a lot of the MLS analysts we talked to heading into Worlds give these guys the edge in drafting, talking about how effective they are. And, you know, that's pretty big props for a team that was honestly in their own Region 6 up until they were able to qualify all the way through the regional qualifier into Worlds.
Yeah, now we've got a Rumble and a Corky band away from Hong Kong Attitude, getting rid of some specific champions. Once again, it looks like Godquai is going to be the Jarvan if Rampage have any say in this with their current bans. But on the other side, they got rid of a Janna.
A lot of support bans. Yeah, and it's going to prompt, of course, the Syndra gets locked in for mission, so there's a lot of damage on the HKA side. We'll see what Rampage decides to answer with and what Dara eventually grabs for his support.
But ultimately, Janna can still be Lulu, right? If they want to pick something that has all of the shields there. Even this champion of Orianna that is currently being hovered, you'd expect locked in. Another added shield. Again, reminiscent to the composition we saw in the previous game that was successful about protecting that Tristana and having 2 carries.
Mm-hmm. Big ball delivery systems as well between the Maokai and the Sejuani. Well, you don't necessarily need the Lulu if you've got a Soraka, and that's locked in for Dara.
Yeah, it is. That's a Soraka, Pyra. That's a. All right, they've locked themselves in.
I wasn't expecting it, I'll admit.
They've got the healer. They've got a lot of heals that will be happening in the bottom lane. Braum and Janna removed from Dara, and he goes a bit more abstract. I guess for what it's worth, because you heal somebody, you can still build Ardent Sensor, so ultimately things will be okay. But the other big win might well be that Silence Field. Something that could do wonders against a champion like Xayah, something that can perhaps prevent a Jarvan from even getting out of his own ultimate. Things like that can be invaluable.
Yeah, some shenanigans at the very least, and you know, not to mention it's also going to be very effective against the Syndra, so this could be the secret weapon here for Rampage, not minding that there's so many support bans thrown their way. We'll see if it ends up working out. I like that you harken back to what Chaos Latin Gamers did in the previous game, Rampage maybe taking a leaf out of their book, and there's a lot of lanes to carry from for Rampage, but Hong Kong Attitude more than happy to take it to him. We'll definitely have to keep an eye on this mid and on the 2v2 in the bottom and see how it unfolds. I wouldn't be too surprised, in all honesty, to just see unassisted first bloods.
Jarvan now working his way towards the middle lane. Has not been seen just yet.
See,
there it is.
Here. Godquai coming in with them. Double buffs looking for Ramane, flashing forward. Flag, drag, auto attack. And it's going to be first blood for mission.
A very good flash from Godquai to get himself out just towards the end of that one. Finds his way in, and Unified his person. Kaiwing can jump off, but he goes forwards himself.
All right, gets the charm out. Look for the Soraka first. Oh, he's killed the healer, and they pull back with Feathers with the Blade Storm. And now Yutari Miyashi trapped inside the pit. Tussle is here, just way too late, and Kaiwing is able to secure that kill. Now Tussle finds himself without any friend.
Oh, no.
Under the tower they go, and it's Unified flashing forward. Kill number 2.
And Godquai tanking for him all the while. So clean from Hong Kong. My God, this team. They have got that attitude. You're seeing it now being displayed.
Ooh, that puts them up 4 kills to 0 in this game, and that's a 2,500 gold lead. Hong Kong Esports about to extend that even further with the first tower knocked down. What a combination play there. Kaiwing, Unified, and Godquai all making massive strides.
And you have to look at this again, not just the engage. Kaiwing, he's playing Rakan, very much going to be a reliable engage source. No way of countering that one if you're a Soraka. Unified early use of the ultimate as well to ensure the kill was there. He also wanted to lock down Yutori, but unfortunately it wasn't going to be where he needed it. And Unified barely even able to auto-attack because of the J4 ultimate, but still Tussle, that is at least 2 seconds worth of overextension, gets himself killed at the same time, joins his teammates in the death chamber. First turret followed, 4K gold lead, it's 10 minutes in the game. This feels like a Cloud9 game, Pyra.
Yeah, I think it might be. It was a little unfortunate for Rampage that Tussle just wasn't quite there in time. I don't know if it would have really made the difference, but maybe he's going to have to rename himself to Hustle if he wants to make moves faster. So actually, for just a second, short window, and now it looks like Hong Kong Esports want to make the play. Oh, they've trapped Yutari Miyashi, forced to burn his flash, and Unified with some serious damage, but do they have enough to finish Tussle? They do, as a pair of teleports coming in. One will get canceled, and Evie, unfortunately, not able to get anything else done on that one, and it looks like we might be in for the Rift Herald. As Unified continue to push a few minions, the rest of his team will go and take away Shelly.
Riris, of course, bottom lane just getting caution pinged constantly as Baron has spawned. Baron being done.
All right, well, Tussle getting healed up, going back in for round number 2. He would need a miracle steal, but Hong Kong Attitude not going to give him the opportunity. Shockwave does bring in Kaiwing. He's able to make his escape, and a hero's entrance comes in as Riris tags his way forward. Tussle narrowly escaping, Riris trying for the shield of Durand, and it just deters Rampage any further. They have not lost a man just yet. And Evie trying to push them back, and Riris tanking on the front line. Down goes Evie. It's a 1 for none. Hong Kong Attitude picking up their 6th kill of the game. Not feeling like they can take out the Baron just yet.
No, missing a lot of health, so ultimately I feel like that's just where it's going to subside, but they stay around. Rampage.
Oh no, they caught Dara and deleted him. Unified, he took some damage for that one, but at the end of the day, they grabbed themselves the healer on the side of Rampage, and now Hong Kong Attitude, they feel that it's pretty easy for them to take out the Baron this time around.
Yeah, certainly. Kaiwing has a lot of shields. Riris is very tanky, and they got the extra kill. So Evie dies, Dara dies, and because Dara's dead, he's not a teleporting member on the team. That's it. Clean Baron to be secured by them. Of course, we get to watch this again. Tussle, he meets Mission, and Mission has cleanse, so he's not afraid of the Sejuani engaging on him by any means. But because Kaiwing misses, really good Sejuani ultimate to deter that. However, he lives. So the game continues, and stun after stun from the Syndra connects. Evie thinks he has a flank. Riris doesn't want to flash forwards again once because of the cleanse on the Orianna. But what started as a flank now becomes I am flanked, and Riris just zones.
Yep. Keep back all the damage dealers. There's not a whole lot Rampage can do to try to turn that fight, so Evie just ends up getting cut down to size. And of course, the baits.
I mean, you call this blind, but it's assumed as well. There's nowhere else that he's going to be if he wants to place wards and thinks we're doing Baron, so I like the play out of Mission.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately for Dara on that Star Guardian Soraka, pretty
Ramino has to expend a bunch of mana to clear these waves and prevent him from auto-attacking. But we're one wave away. Syndra's got the 3 spheres down, ready to stun anyone who walks up. You'd say the turret's about to drop.
But is this where Rampage decide to make the stand? They can either lose it or at least live to fight another day. Instead, they cede ground, letting Hong Kong Attitude inside the base. Riris waiting around the side. He wasn't going to be able to break in on his own, but the rest of the team was able to do the job. That's one inhibitor already down without that much of a fight.
You know, they're very conscious of the fact that they are behind here, but eventually you have to do something. You're at a point that is past desperation. It's a 14k gold lead, and they're still not fighting.
How about that for some Hong Kong Attitude, and Godquai hopping in for the dunk to get this fight started off right. Ramine down, followed by Evie. Godquai gets knocked back, but it doesn't mean a damn thing. Down goes Tussle. That's the double kill for the Hong Kong Attitude jungler. And they are looking to try and close this one out. It is only the bot lane remaining.
Yeah, they want to end the game right now, Pyro, and it looks like it's going to be the perfect game.
Riris is going to back and teleport right on top of it. They're not giving a chance for Rampage to get anything. Down goes Dara. Yutari, no, it's going to be unified.
He would.
He gives them the kill. No perfect game for Hong Kong Attitude, but it doesn't matter. As Yutori Mayashi goes back in, it's going to be the ace. 12-1 is the kills. 9-0 is the towers. And down goes the Nexus. Hong Kong Attitude making a big statement in game number 1 to close things out.
And welcome to Worlds, Rampage. Meet your maker.
Meet they did. Not a whole lot of time to greet, though. That one ended in 25.5 minutes, so Hong Kong Attitude, well, they're certainly looking good going into their following games, and I think their logo is very appropriate for what they just did, styling on Rampage.
There's certainly a lot of attitude in the way they were playing, but most importantly, there was a lot of control, a lot of reservations, and a lot of clean macro play coming out of the side. Maybe the expectations for them being the 3rd representative of the LMS weren't all that high. All we've ever known is Flash Wolves and AHQ. Well, there's a 3rd team in town, and based off this game alone, my God, do they look good.
Oh, yeah. We even heard from some analysts saying that they might even be better than the likes of AHQ, and it's hard to believe that when you look at a team that, you know, kind of just edges into their qualifiers for Worlds and it doesn't make playoffs either split, but clearly these guys were in the hyperbolic time chamber that is solo queue in the LMS.